Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Dallas Cowboys, Super Bowl winning QB, defends controversial Mike McCarthy decision. The Dallas Cowboys firmly established themselves as one of the favorites to win it all in 2024. At one point, it looked like they were going to bring home their first Lombardi trophy after a near three-decade curse. They came up way short, though. After dominating in the regular season, Dallas' campaign ended in heartbreak after another brief postseason run that saw them suffer defeat at the hands of the Green Bay Packers in the wild-card round. Naturally, the fans and the media started pointing fingers after the Cowboys faltered in the postseason. The pitchforks were pointed in the direction of head coach Mike McCarthy as more than a few fans called for his head after another disappointing end to the season. Jerry Jones did not succumb to the pressure, though. As always, the team owner stood firm, which led to his decision to retain the services of McCarthy for at least another season, a move that has garnered praise from ex-Cowboys quarterback Danny White. It would be real easy to panic a little bit, especially the way the fans have reacted and the media to some extent, White said, via Suzanne Halliburton of Five Goats. The "here we go again, one and done" and all of that. It's really easy to play into that and react to it. Better than changing to somebody else and Dak Prescott, so I applaud them for not overreacting. White knows a thing or two about winning. He was part of Dallas' Super Bowl conquering squad in 1996, which incidentally, was the last time the Cowboys tasted glory. Not only does McCarthy have the full support of White, but the former Dallas star also believes that the team will benefit from keeping Dak Prescott on board as opposed to potentially dealing away their superstar quarterback. The primary reason Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame is because of his 1990s dynasty in which the team won 3 Super Bowl titles from 1992 to 95. One of the biggest drivers in those teams' successes was Hall of Fame running back Emmitt Smith, the NFL's all-time leader in rushing yards, 18,355, and rushing touchdowns, 164. Smith is like many Cowboys fans today, disillusioned with the state of affairs surrounding Dallas following its 48-32 wild-card round loss to the 7th-seeded Green Bay Packers despite having the NFC's second seed and home field advantage. "Our team just simply seems to be lost," Smith said of his Cowboys on CBS Sports' Maggie and Perloff radio show on Thursday from the Super Bowl Radio Row in Las Vegas. "I just cannot put my finger on why it looks so bad." Many fans of the team wanted head coach Mike McCarthy fired for that faceplant after McCarthy's Cowboys became the first team to win 12 games in 3 straight seasons, and failed to make the conference championship in any of them after losing 3 of their 4 postseason games in this run. However, Jones decided to retain his head coach, whose 42-25, 62.7% win percentage, regular season record gives him the highest career win percentage of any coach in team history. Analyst adamant Stefon Diggs' time with Buffalo Bills is clearly over, urges WR to join Dak Prescott, Cowboys. According to the bookmakers, the Buffalo Bills still remain the odds-on favorite to retain the services of All-Pro wide receiver Stefon Diggs. This is despite multiple reports linking the 30-year-old to a move away from Buffalo this summer. If you ask ESPN analyst Mike Greenberg, however, he is adamant that the Bills' Diggs era has already come to an end. Speaking on Wednesday's episode of ESPN's Get Up program, Greenberg made it abundantly clear that he believes Diggs has no future in Buffalo. The analyst also went on to explain why he believes Dallas would be a great landing spot for the 4-time Pro Bowler. "Another receiver who I think needs a change of scenery is Stefon Diggs," Greenberg said, Hat Tippy and Van Roy of Sportskeeda. "It is clearly over in Buffalo. I don't know why, but it is. So why not unite him with his brother in Dallas?" The Cowboys desperately need a player who can do exactly what Stefon Diggs can do. Dak Prescott, who has been on the receiving end of a lot of criticism of late, does have a lot of weapons in Dallas at the moment. However, it probably wouldn't hurt to add a guy like Diggs into their offensive arsenal. "I don't know that he's a number 1 receiver anymore, even though people keep trying to tell me that he is," Greenberg said of Diggs. "They have one in CD Lamb. He could be the missing piece to an offense that needs to take another step late in the season. Stefon won't come for cheap, though, and it remains to be seen if Dallas will be willing to meet the Bills' asking price if they decide to put their star pass catcher on the trade block. Will receiver Stefon Diggs be a member of the Bills in 2024? At least one sportsbook has Buffalo as the favorite to keep him. DraftKings Sportsbook has the Bills at -300 to retain Diggs. If not the Bills, the Chiefs and the Texans are both at +1,000. The Patriots, Cowboys, Bears, and Ravens are each at +1,200. Next are the Panthers at +1,600, followed by the Falcons at +2,000. The Colts, Cardinals, and Giants are at +2,500 each. Diggs has an $18.5 million salary and a cap number of $27.854 million for 2024. If he's traded before June 1st, the cap charge would be $31 million. He could be released with a post-June 1 designation, or traded after June 1st, with the cap charge being $8.849 million in 2024 and $22.247 million in 2025. The final answer depends on what the Bills want to do, and on what Diggs wants. 4 years ago, he wanted out of Minnesota, and he quickly got his wish. Buffalo Bills trade for Dallas Cowboys $40 million, wideout in dream scenario. Last season could have been a bigger one for the Buffalo Bills if they hadn't lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. That could change later this year if the front office acquires Brandin Cooks from the Dallas Cowboys for Mitch Morse. As it stands, the Bills have a projected $51.8 million cap deficit right in front of them. At the same time, the team needs to reinforce its safety, receiver, and cornerback positions to contend next season while facing the possibility of losing key players like Gabriel Davis and Daquan Jones to free agency. This leaves Buffalo with a predicament, especially with longtime center Mitch Morse, now in the final year of his contract. Rather than let him go to save cap space and get nothing, General Manager Brandin Beane can examine all options in free agency to get the best possible guy for Morse out there. Fortunately, that guy is projected to be Brandin Cooks, and the Dallas Cowboys would do well to trade his $40 million contract to Buffalo. Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report explains more. Brandin Cooks, who is set to carry a $10 million cap hit, is also a potential cap casualty. Dallas may be in the center market with Tyler Baiadas set to hit free agency, so a player swap could benefit both teams. For Buffalo, it would bring in a new receiver complement for Stefon Diggs, while also generating a small amount of cap savings, Knox wrote. This is a classic win-win scenario for both the Cowboys and Bills, as these two players are on expiring contracts. In Buffalo's case, Josh Allen will have more weapons at his disposal in a bid to get over the hump and finally reach the Super Bowl next season. It remains to be seen how both teams will navigate through their cap space issues. In any case, keep an eye on Cooks and Morse, as they can help their respective franchises via a swap in the near future. And you fan, what do you think of the Brandin Cooks situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.